Yo, what up? A-Parsh here, and today is October 9th, 2018. So today I recorded some footage of my desktop here, screen capture my desktop because I was doing some bidding here on copart.com, and unfortunately my cat walked across my desk and hit the mute button on my microphone. So yeah, everything that I have recorded is just a bunch of nothing. There's no sound. So I'm gonna try to take some of the video footage that was important, put it onto my screen, re-record the video for you guys, and then tell you what's going on. Let's see how this goes. So let me pull up the videos first. Here is the first video, and this was me just telling you guys about the car that I was bidding on. So this was a 2007 BMW M Coupe. It's based on the Z4 chassis. They made the M Coupe for 3 different years. They made it for 2006, 2007, and 2008. However, they only made well, I was told less than a total of 2,000 vehicles were built. I actually worked at a BMW dealership while I was in college. And I had the pleasure of being able to drive both the M Coupe and the M Roadster. It's brother, sister, whatever you want to call it. It's just the soft top convertible version. And oh my God, such an awesome car. At the time, they already had released the new E92, E90 series BMW M3s. So this was a little bit of old tech, being that it was using the S54 inline 6 from the E46 M3. So the motor was a little bit archaic, I guess you could say, at the time that this car was out. But man, if you drove one of these, you would know that it did not feel archaic. It also was one of the only BMWs at the time that was still using hydraulic steering instead of electronic assist steering. So it's just a straight up driver's car. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing there. Yeah, it's a driver's car. It's only available in manual transmission, and it loves to rev really high, and it has just an extremely stiff chassis, extremely stiff suspension. It's just like a race car that wants to be daily driven, and that's just how it feels. You get a really good feeling from that car, and it kind of I've been doing most of my videos about the McLaren 600 LT, and I've never driven the 600 LT, so I can't give you firsthand experience about it, but I can tell you about what other people have said about it, which is that it's really a driver's car as well. It pushes you to the limit. They say the edge is calling. They want you to basically have the back tires spinning through a turn going 90 or 100 miles per hour, drifting sideways, and be able to control that, slide through the turn, and get out the other end with a huge smile on your face, just super pumped up that, like, wow, I just did something that like usually pro drivers are doing, and I was able to do that even with my limited driving experience. I feel like the M Coupe is a little bit like that, just with a lot less power and a lot less looks, and just dumbed down. When they came out in 2006, the retail price was starting at around 60 grand, and as you can see here on, let's see, Auto Tempest, the cheapest one I could find anywhere in the country was this one right here for a buy it now price of $18,500. This is located in Dayton, Ohio. This has about 160,000 miles, and on top of that, I really don't like that color. It's kind of like a brown. I think they called it a gray, or bronze. It's Sepang bronze metallic. It's a brown. It's not me. Yeah, if it was priced right, I could get it wrapped, but anyway, after this one, this is 160,000 miles. It's a lot for a sports car. The next coupes down here were like 26 grand. So let's see, let me find one of those. Oh, here's one for 22, 90,000 miles. Also in Ohio, so that was a little bit cheaper than I was thinking. But then you get down to here, coupe. 3 coupes are at 26, and then there's more down here for 30-ish with lower miles. Actually, this one even has 100,000 miles. So a lot of them, it's an 11-year-old car. A lot of them are gonna have high mileage, like 70, 80, 90, 100,000 miles. So the one I picked up Has 108,000 miles. It's located in Colorado and Denver area. It does have some damage. It has hail damage. Sorry, and I just spoiled it. Picked up. I did win it. I won the auction. So it has some hail damage. I've only been able to look at the pictures. I have not inspected it in person. I do recommend always inspect a car in person if you can, but I just kind of went for it. So the things I mentioned are that I couldn't see how good the interior really was, especially on the driver's side, where the leather would get worn out the most with the driver getting in and out. So we'll see when it shows up. And then it has hail damage, and it looks like they mostly be on the windshield. There may be it looks like there might be some slight dents on the roof too. I'm not too worried about that. I really just bought this thing to rip it up, just drive it hard, have a lot of fun with it, not worry about the condition of it too much. And then at the same time, it is a little bit of a collector's car because there were only so many made. So maybe I'll keep it for a long time. But yeah, so it looks like I might need to replace the windshield. I mean, I don't see any major cracks, but I'm guessing there must be some chips from this hail. And then if you look at that seal on the windshield, it's really rotted and old, and that's pretty normal for a car this age. So I was just assuming when I bought this, I'm gonna need to replace the windshield and the seal on the windshield. So who knows, maybe that's $1,000 or something, hopefully less. But yeah, it's got a 3.2 liter inline six borrowed from the E46 M3, as I mentioned. It's manual transmission, it's rear wheel drive, it has the hydraulic steering, really good exhaust note. For anyone that's ever driven an M3, it's going to sound almost the same. Just a really fun car to drive. And so well, this starting was you can see this is where it was this morning. 11,200 was the starting bid. And let me pull up that video again of when I was bidding on it. So here's me bidding, and it started right off the bat at around 12. And I hit the record button a little bit late because I was doing some work here on my computer when I was killing time. So here I am in a bidding war against someone from Pennsylvania and someone in Oregon, and I believe there's just the three of us going back and forth. And here we go. Right here, I thought I was gonna win. Nope, Oregon outbid me, and I clicked the button late again right here, one more time. There we go. You know what? I just realized that I wasn't bidding against two other people. It said I was Pennsylvania because I'm under, my account says I'm in Pennsylvania because of the, what's it called? Broker. I have a broker on my account. So, because there are a lot of cars on Copart that you can't bid on them unless you go through a broker. So my account's actually controlled by a broker in Pennsylvania. So that's why it says I'm Pennsylvania. So I actually wasn't bidding against Pennsylvania. That was me. I just confused myself. So anyway, yeah, I won it for $13,000. I am and was super pumped up. I will make some more videos about the car when it gets here. Colorado is about 16 hours away from me. Bonus time. So there's a chance I might fly up there. I do have a lot of free mileage right now from my business credit card I use. So I could fly up there and drive it back, stop maybe in Vegas for the night, and then continue on down. Or maybe I'll ship it. We'll just see. Either way, but I'm really excited. This is such a cool car. New bidder. And yeah, I'll bring some more content with the car when it gets here. I also explained a little bit about why I wanted this car, because I do plan on selling my GTR to try to be able to use that money toward the down payment on the 600 LT, and this was going to be a good interim car. And so this is, yeah, just kind of to mess around with, as spoiled as that sounds. And I think that's about it. That's all I got for today, guys. I hope you are excited that I'm getting this car, and maybe you want to see some videos about it too in the future. And like, subscribe, tell your car buddies about this if they're interested in this kind of stuff too, to see what cars are selling for at auction on Copart. I mean, this also, I didn't mention this has a full clear title. This doesn't have a salvage title, none of that stuff. It's a legit clear title, and there's barely anything wrong with the car. It's running and driving. So there you have it. Talk to you soon, guys.